Hi everybody, it's me again. Thanks for tuning in. In today's episode, I wanted to go through how much it cost me to go to the 2024 Isle of Man TT. For no particular reason other than I had a few people commenting on my videos. I suppose I should start by saying I was kind of like pretty overwhelmed by the amount of views I had on them videos, considering I'm only little old me with a little old channel, and I posted like whatever it was, I think it was 5 videos in total from my recent trip to the Isle of Man, and it was pretty much like 70 odd thousand views, which is a massive upward sort of like blip. It was my sort of version of a mini viral moment, I suppose. So yeah, if you were one of the people that watched one of my TT videos, then thanks very much for your support and everything else, bloody blah. And a couple of comments on there, most of them were positive. There was a few negative ones saying, oh god, the price of going to the TT, it's a right rip-off, I'd sooner stay at home and watch it. And I had a few other people saying, just asking me generally how much it cost him. So I thought I'd just touch on this as I'm riding around thinking what the hell should I do a video on. So like anything in life, you can have a cheap holiday or an expensive holiday. You can go to the Bahamas and stay in a 5-star hotel and get limousines everywhere and probably spend £20,000 a week roughly. Not that I would know, I'm just plucking a massive figure out of the air. Or you can have a week's camping in Great Yarmouth. Nothing wrong with Great Yarmouth. I had some nice times there as a young man. I suppose the way my mind sort of works is I've got a limited budget, like everybody. Everybody's got a budget. Mine's quite low, and I think to myself, I could probably save up for a whole year and go on a nice 2 weeks holiday in the sun. You know, your standard 2 weeks in blooming wherever, yeah, Spain, Greece, Portugal, wherever. And that's kind of about my limitations financially. But the way I look at things is that for me to do that, I've got to save for 50 weeks of the year, and you know, tighten my belt a little bit so that doesn't leave me a lot of leeway to do things for those 50 weeks of the year, in order to have 2 weeks in the sun somewhere. So in my head, that's not a good trade-off. So I'd sooner have a sort of like a budget holiday, if you like, and have a few budget holidays throughout the year. So it's almost like I'm doing some. Oh, you're away again, are you? Blimey, you're always away. You live the life of Riley. Well, I suppose I do really, but it's just how I choose to sort of budget for my little trips. So rather than having I didn't do my jacket up. No wonder oh god, no wonder I feel like a sail at the moment. I've literally not done it, my jacket up whatsoever. I've got my airbag on, which is done up. But yeah, the way I look at it is, now I'm thrown now because my jacket's undone. Oh god, it's going to rain. Please get home before it's going to rain. I don't want to get my bike wet. Let me try and do this blooming jacket out. Where's neutral? Quick, hurry up. The traffic lights change. I can't find the zip with this bloody... Oh bollocks, no. Oh bumvilly bum. Oh whatever. And I've folded one of my right ear's folded over in this helmet and it's aching now. For God's sake, I'm not doing very well. So anyway, back to the story in hand. I decided to look at the TT last minute, and I booked the ferry. I've said this on videos before, so apologies if you've already seen it, but for the sake of people that haven't, I looked at the TT probably about a month prior to going to the 2024 TT. Looked on the Steam Packet website, which is the ferry that goes across to the Isle of Man, and race week was fully booked, so I couldn't get over on the race week, which to be honest I didn't really mind, because I've been on race week before and it's absolutely rammed on there, which is great in one sense because you get more of an atmosphere of the festival of the TT, but not great on the other aspect, where it's quite difficult to get around. Even on a bike, it's just manic. So I looked at practice week, which, to be fair, when you're standing next to the side of the road, whether it's practice or race week, the bikes go vroom past at a million miles an hour, and it looks exactly the same to me. I don't really care about seeing the racing. I just want to see some bikes go vroom past me, and you can get around the island a lot easier. So I looked at practice week, and lo and behold, there was loads of ferry crossings. I was going to book for the first day, which was Monday, the whatever it was, the end of May, and I was only going to go Monday to Wednesday, and it was £258 for the ferry crossing. That's me and the GS. And then just before I booked it, I thought, oh, you know what, I'll just move the calendar along one day and go and see if going on a Sunday instead of the Monday makes any difference on the price. And lo and behold, the price dropped from £258 to £144, I think it was. So I got into the island on that ticket for £144, so that was quite a saving. I got in at 11:30 at night, Sunday night, so I'm on the campsite, fresh as a day, well, reasonably fresh as a daisy, slightly worked with Daisy admittedly, ready for first practice on a Monday, so I didn't miss anything from the first practice. Suited me fine. I'm there to see the racing and I save some money. Now, I never planned anything as per usual with my life, so when I arrived on the island I got literally nowhere to stay. I got my tent, all my camping stuff on the back of the GS. I rode around a little bit randomly and then spotted a campsite in the distance, so I headed towards campsite. By this time it was gone midnight. Pulled into the campsite, I thought, looks pretty quiet, I might just wing it and then go and plead my case in the morning to whoever's going to take the money or throw me off for not booking anything. And as I was deliberating where to go, some guy just appeared out of nowhere. Hey, you alright there, buddy? I was like, oh yeah, any chance I can get on for 3 days? Well, Sunday till Wednesday or whatever, 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, yeah, 3 days, God's sake, I can't do that without using fingers. And he said, yeah, got loads of room anywhere along that, just go anywhere along the edge line there. It's £15 a night. Come and see me in the mornings, can't be asked now because it's too late. So that's kind of what I did. So £15 a night, so oh, this fucking indicators. So it's £45 for the 3 nights for the campsite. I took food with me to cook my evening meals, so I never bought one evening meal when I was there. I didn't bother cooking breakfast, so I tended to have a breakfast, like a breakfast bar, like a sausage, egg, bacon roll, bap thing in the morning from like a cafe or whatever. So that was Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday morning, so they were approximately 10 quid, so there's 30 quid on food. Also, I tend to take a flask with me, and I fill the flask up in the morning, and when I'm sitting watching the racing I've got coffee to drink rather than spending 3 quid every 10 minutes on a coffee. So I think I bought 1 coffee from the grandstand area when I was there, which was say 3 quid. So that's another thing I spent. Fuel getting there and back was probably about £60 there and back. I'm doing this approximately because I had a bit in the tank when I left and I can't remember exactly how much I had. So there's approximately £60 for that. I spent 10 quid roughly in the co-op down the road. Well, I've just bought literally some crisp biscuits and a pint of milk so I can make myself a cup of tea. What else did I buy? I don't think I bought anything after that. So I'll put, because my head don't work, I'll put the totals up on the screen as we go along. So I spent the grand total of what I'm putting up on the screen now, which, as you can see, is not a great deal. So I was really happy with that. I was so happy I'm going to do exactly the same next year. I'm not even going to book the campsite. I'll book the ferry obviously, and then I'll just turn up like I've done this year, again on practice week, because I'm already outlined why. The only thing I would say that Monday to Wednesday wasn't long enough, especially with the weather as well, because you know, if you're unlucky with the weather, which I was a little bit, Monday was okay. It was late starting because of weather, and then we seen the bikes out most of the day, and then Tuesday no bikes, and then Wednesday I went home, so I only seen bikes on the Monday. So I think next time I'd probably go for about 5 days, roughly, maybe a week. I'll see how I go. It's having someone to look after the dog, and then you think, oh, I'm not earning no money because I'm not at work, and bloody blah. But yeah, so that's pretty much how much it cost me to go to the Isle of Man TT in 2024. Some other people that I did speak to, they were saying that their B&Bs that they booked were sort of like over I can't remember exactly what they said, 200 and some pounds, let's say 200 quid for a night. So that's bed and breakfast in like a standard B&B for £200 odd a night. So yeah, it can get expensive, especially if you like, you know, there's you turn up for a week, stay in a B&B, there's you know, you and your missus or whatever, and then you're eating out at night in restaurants and everything else, then yeah, it can start getting blooming expensive. But it doesn't have to be, like I've already outlined. But yeah, that's all I wanted to sort of like, just a little brief video, so hopefully that gives somebody some insight if anyone's mildly curious on how much TT cost. Right, anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this laborious commute back to my house, and I'll bid you farewell. Thanks for watching, and